Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning into today's video, and I truly, deeply mean that. I want to start this video out by seriously thanking you guys. Every time that you watch a video, click on a video, give my videos a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, it means the world to me because you are helping me one step at a time. Every time you do one of those things, you are helping me towards my goals. I have some lofty goals over here on YouTube so that I can just continue to pour into this community, the community that has always offered me so much free information and enabled me to work from home as a reseller. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for watching the videos, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. It really does mean the world to me. Today's video is a what sold video. I'm going to be going over some things that sold about a week's worth of sales here. I'm going to be showing you some highs, some lows, and as always, I like to talk about maybe why the buyers bought certain things. So let's get into that also. The very first item that I'm going to be talking about is a little girl's vintage dress. I love picking up vintage children's dresses. If you can ever find the full circle ones, just search on eBay, full circle vintage dress, and you will see what I mean. I have sold them for over $100, dresses that I picked up for $1, $1.50. This particular dress was not the case. It was an adorable little vintage dress. I'll just show you a picture of it here. I really liked this style of video where I was able to just show you guys the pictures. This dress sold for $13 plus shipping. Had this adorable little applique duck and just a really cute little vintage dress here with buttons up the back. You can see vintage tag there. I always like to show tags and tag details, content detail. You can kind of see where there the stitching where it's like a single stitch. And I always show measurements in my photos. The reason for that is if I describe in my measurements, the bust is such and such, people have to, assume or guess exactly where I measured that. So I want them to know that I measured from the top of the shoulder to the bottom of the dress. And then it better, I should say, enables a buyer to determine whether or not that garment would fit them. I don't receive a whole lot of complaints based on fit by photographing my measurements. Plus, buyers don't really read the listing. They don't always look at the photos either, but they hardly ever read the listing. So they're likely not to even see the measurements that you took so much time to take if you put those in your description. Again, this dress sold for $13 plus $5 shipping. And the next item that we're going to talk about is a Sony Walkman that I just listed. I picked up this Walkman for $1, $1.50, and I was super excited, hoping to get around $30. But when I was testing it, it was actually determined that the tape player component, the main component of the Walkman, did not work. So I detailed on it, Sony Walkman, and then I have the model number, radio cassette player with headphones only, radio works. So I have in the description that only the radio works, and I also have in the title, only the radio works. So here is a picture of that actual Walkman. We'll allow that to focus. Just on a white background. I wanted to show that the original Sony headphones were included. So here's a shot of those as well. Another shot of the Walkman, a shot of all of the ports. I just want a buyer to know exactly what they're getting. And so I hope that you guys enjoy seeing the photos that actually accompany my listings. And this is a picture on vintage electronics. I think it's a nice idea, especially if there is or has ever been any corrosion, to just open up that battery compartment door and let the buyer see inside. And you can see that there's a little bit of corrosion here. I did try to get that out as best as possible, but it's something that I don't want my buyer to receive that and then think, oh, I didn't know that this was a problem. So that sold for $19.90 with free shipping, even though the main component, that is the tape player, did not work. So still was able to get a pretty good profit on that. I did ship that in a box, but was able to still ship it first class. So it shipped for $5 or less. So after fees and everything, I guess I turned about maybe an $11 or $12 profit on that broken Walkman cassette player. I talked about this item over on my Instagram. This is a children's book. A lot of talk about children's books on eBay and in the world in general right now. And this one, I think, kind of went hand in hand with a lot of the controversies around children's books right now. This is called The Five Chinese Brothers. This is a children's book, a vintage one, sold for $4.99 plus $2.89 shipping, which is what the true cost was to ship. This particular book, you can see, really does share a lot of the same type of animation and caricature of Asian facial features as the banned books in question. So this book has been banned from some public libraries and from some children's libraries. And so before I shipped it out, I didn't want it to be, and I think I saw it on Mulberry Street all over again. I did run comps. I even ran a Google search just to see, is this book in the news right now? That's how I was able to find out that it had been banned from some libraries in the past, but this book is still available for this price from many different sellers all over eBay. So if you like the book, if you think it may be controversial someday and you want to buy one, head to eBay because you can get them for less than $10 shipped. This next item, I bought several, a year and a half, maybe closer to 2 years ago, it seems like, of these Happy Planner accessories from Walmart. So this was a retail arbitrage pickup. I paid $1, pardon me. The Happy Planner Brights 463 Cactus Tacos Stickers Notes Cardstock. So these are just planner accessories sold for $8.93 with $4 shipping. I did make the buyer an offer on these, so you can tell it comes with note cards here that you stick into your planner, and these are all kinds of different post-it notes. Super, super cute. I use a Happy Planner, so I didn't care if these didn't sell. I was going to be able to use them myself. So yeah, the buyer was happy to pay $8.93 plus $4 shipping, so pretty close to what the retail price is for these, but I don't think they make that one anymore. So I still have a few of those left if any of you guys need some planner accessories. This next item is another little girl's vintage dress. I'm telling you, I always do well. Some of them I can sell for bukus, and I will always price them high and then eventually come down and then eventually make offers. That was definitely the case with this dress, sold for $8.50 plus $5 shipping. This dress is very, very pretty. Probably the only thing that I have ever modeled on this child mannequin that I have. I think I'm gonna get rid of this mannequin. I may be putting it on eBay unless one of you resellers wants to make me an offer on this child mannequin. I don't sell enough children's clothes to justify it. So here I'm showing the eyelet detail on the sleeve. Again, this dress sold for $8.50 plus $5 shipping. It was a size 5. I am showing staining or some type of a discoloration here on this lace. I just want to detail my nails are pretty long in that photo. I want to detail anything that's wrong. Always detailing tags as well. I have a full 12 photos here, but they are, again, just tag details and measurements. You guys know I'm big, big, big on measurements. So not a huge sale there, but I bought that dress for $1. This next pair of pants, I thought were going to be worth a lot more than what they actually sold for. I saw some of this brand selling for $100 or more. I picked these up at the thrift store that I take you guys along with me to several times. They only sold for $20 plus $7.50 shipping. They're Ralph Lauren 650 blue label. So I know when you get into like blue labels and purple labels, and there's like a whole hierarchy of Ralph Lauren color labels, and I thought that these were a bigger deal than what they were, but apparently they weren't. I also thought that they were men's jeans, and they were with the men's jeans at the thrift store. These are, my mannequin's wearing these. You can see they're kind of draped on the floor, so maybe not the best pictures, but I have such a hard time taking photos of jeans. But yeah, so $20 plus $7.50 shipping, and I want to say I paid like somewhere between probably $4. I don't think I would have paid $6. I think I paid $4 for these. At the very most, I paid $6. So I'm not turning a huge profit on these, you guys. And I wasn't super thrilled about that. But once I saw that they were only worth so much, 11 photos there, I just thought, yeah, I better get rid of these while I can. The next item were more of the sponge holders that I have had in every single one of my What Sold videos. These sponge holders, someone bought 3 of them. They were all sold via promoted listings, and those sold for $5.67 with free shipping. Someone in Boca Raton, Florida bought those. So again, these little sponge holders are kind of just, they're sticky on one side, and then they are like a hook and loop type of sticky on this side, and you can just stick a sponge or a towel directly to them. This was a stock photo. This is my photo. I coupled the two together, and this particular buyer bought one of each of 3 different types of animals because I have different animals listed. So I picked those up for 5 cents about a year ago, guys. I picked up oh gosh, I don't know, maybe close to 100 of them or something. I picked up a lot of them and I have sold them consistently for $1.89 free shipping. This next item I received from my friend. I've shown several dresses from her that she knows that I resell and dropped these things off with me, wanted them out of her hair. And so this is a monogram piece, and I just noticed in my cover photo, you guys don't laugh. In my cover photo, you can see like hangers and the light switch, and that's not really the best. This was tied up when she gave it to me, and if I were to untie it, it would have been so wrinkled, so I just left the style there. Again, it's monogrammed and there's a C on the back of it right here. And so sometimes a monogram can affect the value of an item, depending on how desirable it is, especially in Southern culture where monograms are a big deal. It may be worth less if it has a full name, but don't neglect the fact that plenty of people's names or last names start with the letter C. This sold for $12.40 plus $5 shipping. So don't be totally afraid of monogrammed items. The next sale was my best sale of the week. You remember when I took you guys on my very first Thrift with me video, I walked past those toner cartridges and then immediately I went back for them. And there was even some people to comment in the comments, did you see the toner cartridges? And I went back the next day for them. Well guys, 7 of them sold. That is 2 blue, 2 pink, 2 yellow, and 1 black. I had those listed together in a set. So here, this was my cover photo. And then I detailed, you know, I wanted to be sure that people could see that that box was damaged. I showed the damaged box here. I showed that the boxes were open. And actually at the thrift store where it said $5, I didn't want to just mark it out. So I put my own sticker on here with the model number to cover up the thrift store's $5. So yeah, these sold, you guys, for $250 with free shipping. This cost me $21 to ship. I shipped them via FedEx. I made my own box with a large cardboard box, just deconstructed that to where I just had one large piece of cardboard and wrapped it basically around them. It was a semi-triangular shape once I got done, since it was an uneven number of boxes, but $250, you guys. $5 a piece for 7 of them, so I paid $35. I mean, it's close to a $200 profit once I paid shipping, take out my cost of goods and pay eBay's fees. So probably, you know, $175, $180 profit from just driving 7 miles south of me and picking these things up and knowing, you know, what to do. Obviously there's a lot more to it than that. These particular sponge holders, I sold 4 of them. It says quantity 4, quantity 4, quantity 4. I don't know why it says that 3 times. I hope that she just ordered 4 of the cows, because that's exactly what I sent out was 4 of the cows. And now I'm kind of wondering, since it said quantity 4 3 times, but this was these particular cows. Yeah, that would be right, because the sales price on this was $7.16 with free shipping. So it was like $1.50 to mail those. I just put them in a manila envelope and use a stamp, and there's not tracking on that. If you have something small like that, I wish that eBay would open up. They have a service for cards, like collectible or trading cards, where you can just put a stamp on it, and it's basically buying your stamp through eBay, and it comes with tracking that way. But you can only use that service if it's listed under collectible cards. So it would be dishonest for me to list this under collectible cards, but that service should be available for other items, I believe, that are under $20. eBay, if you're listening, please open up that service for other items, because I have to go just put a stamp on these, and then when I do that, there is no tracking. So if the buyer comes to me and has ordered a $1.89 sponge holder and says, my item still has not, you know, arrived, what is the deal? I ask them to be, you know, patient. And then after a few days, it's obviously not worth the ding on my account for what I'm going to be making off of that, around $1 or something. So I would gladly just give them a refund on that, and then the item's gonna show up. So I haven't really had that happen much. In my experience, my eBay buyers are pretty patient. People are just nice people. They really are. We don't have to look for people to be negative. They're genuinely pretty nice people. This next item is Stephen King, The Outsider. First edition. It's the first Scribner hardcover edition. This book sold for $27 plus $4.01 shipping. My friend gave me this book with a lot of other things when quarantine first started and everything shut down. She had a number of items in her home. This is me taking a picture where it says first edition. She had a number of things in her home she wanted to get rid of. and the thrift stores were all closed. So she asked me, because she knows I'm a reseller, as the second friend, and she said, will you take these items? Just take it all. So I did have to take everything, but this was in it, and along with a lot of other things that I've sold. I took the dust jacket off and wanted to take a picture of the actual book here. So again, just giving the buyer an experience of being able to hold the item, because they cannot hold the item. The more confidence you can create in a buyer with your photos and using 12 photos, the better, the more likely they are to add to cart to buy the item. So $27 plus $4.01 shipping on a free item is awesome. I sold these pants, and you're gonna see over on my Poshmark sales something similar. I sold these pants that I bought, gosh, I feel like, again, it was close to 2 years ago at a Marshall's yellow tag clearance. Guys, I'm not afraid to hold an item in my inventory. A pair of pants doesn't take up that much space in the grand scheme of things. I have, you know, close to 800 listings, active listings right now. It's a pair of pants. What difference does it make? I'm not going to redonate these. I did not buy them from a thrift store. I bought these on Marshall's yellow tag clearance. These are a size 14 Banana Republic sateen, and they sold, and I had 2 pair over on Poshmark that were both a size 4, and they both sold. So after sitting there for 2 years, in the same week, because you're gonna see the other pairs, in the same week all 3 pairs sold. Like, what are the odds? And the retail price on these is $98. I don't remember what I paid for these during Marshall's yellow tag clearance. They sold for $12 plus $7.50 shipping. I don't know if I already said that, but I didn't make much off of them, I can tell you that. I probably paid $2 or $3 for them during the yellow tag clearance, so $12, you guys, after fees and everything, I mean, at least I turned a profit. The next item that I sold, I shipped over to Saipan, which I thought was really cool, because recently I shipped to South Dakota, and that was the first time I had ever shipped to South Dakota. I was beginning to think nobody actually lived there, and maybe Thrifty Yeti will buy something from me sometime so that I know that people live in North Dakota. But now I know that people live in Saipan, because I have shipped to other US territories, including Puerto Rico, but I had never shipped there. So this buyer bought a changing pad. This was again part of my Walmart retail arbitrage when they marked so many things all over my store down to $1 each. So this was $11 was the sales price with free shipping. And you might think, Rachel, how much did it cost you to ship this to Saipan? Since it is a US territory, there's no problem with it shipping first class, and this shipped for $5.60. So making several times my money on this $1 pickup. That is the first one of those that is sold, and I have several more of them. So someone needs to bundle those up and get them out of my store. Those do take up a little bit more space. This next item sold to a viewer, and I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Her name is Rachel also, and she left me a note and says, "Hi Rachel, I'm a subscriber to your YouTube channel and really enjoy your videos. Thanks to your encouraging and positive advice, I have been a successful eBay seller for 1 month. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you and your family." And guys, if I didn't already say thank you 100 times in the beginning of this video, let me just say thank you one more time, because messages like that mean the world to me. When someone tags me on a sale on Instagram, is like, I picked this up because Rachel Strickland told me to, or I knew that I could sell this for X amount of dollars because of what Rachel said. Like, guys, that makes every hour that I spend on these YouTube videos and on my Instagram, and I mean, it's time away from my family, but it's time doing something that I absolutely love to pour into you guys and encourage you so that you can also stay at home and spend time with your families. So Rachel, that message meant the world to me, and thank you so much for taking the time to reach out and to not only support my YouTube channel, but to also support my eBay store. So that particular item is headed over to Wyoming, and she bought a top. It's a leopard print top, and it has like a cold shoulder. And guys, this was again another part of the items that one of my friends gave me, and when she, you know, just knew that I was reselling and wanted these items gone, and asked me if I would take it off of her hands. So $13 plus $5 shipping. It was a free item to me. I am so happy to make a profit on that, and to also give Rachel an awesome top. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. This next item the buyer has not paid for yet. These are vintage brass decorative, let's see what all I wrote. Vintage brass decorative urn and 2-piece egg on brass stand, India Aztec. That's a mouthful. These sold for $20 plus $10 shipping. These were actually a part of an auction pickup. Aren't these gorgeous? This is a little brass stand and these are solid brass egg and vase. I picked these up and I want to say I paid $2. It was $2 choice, and so I picked these up and one more egg, and they sold me these in a set, so it was $2 for the whole set. So selling it for $20 plus $10 shipping is awesome. And I just wanted to show, like there was a price tag in there for 23 something for just one piece, and I always want to show anything like that that's already on there. And then this is me trying to show how wide this thing is, trying to show how wide the egg is, and then using a ruler to show how tall. You know, I don't ever want, again, the buyer to be surprised about anything, including the size or the scale of something when it comes in. So $20.50, I'm sorry, plus $10 shipping. The last item on eBay actually came in as I was packing up orders yesterday. And so that's awesome because when it comes in as I'm packing up orders, your order gets to go out also. I had just finished the last one and when someone bought, and let's see, it is Score 1990 NHL Hockey Premier Edition 445 card collector set sealed. $18 with free shipping. So I had these, and I may actually have a photo of the outer box. These have never been opened. Just NHL hockey cards from 1990. So there wasn't a whole lot to photograph. I just photographed every single side of the box. And then I had an outer box that I was keeping these in, and I thought instead of just putting it in that outer box, which was gonna be like a 2-pound rate, let me stick this right inside of a non-padded, just a flat rate envelope. So that's what I did. That's how they shipped out. So the shipping was only like $7.50 on those, and those were free to me. Actually, someone had picked those up on a curbside pickup and then gave me them, a ton of them with a lot of other cards. So there was like football cards and hockey cards. My dad actually found those. And so shout out to Dad because like that buys me a Red Bull one day. Love some sugar-free Red Bull, guys. So yeah, the next items that I want to show you guys is just a couple sales over on Poshmark. I said I was gonna feed that beast this week and that the grass grows where you water it. So I'm trying to water the grass over on Poshmark, but guys, it didn't last very long. I sold both pair of the Banana Republic pants, and I think maybe one sale of those might have made it into the last video. But the next ones, they sold for $15. And Poshmark took out 3, so I made $12 on those Banana Republic pants once again. And this time it was over on Poshmark, so you can see my stylized photo. It has been a while since these were listed. Those sold for $15. And the next item was a skirt that I actually used to run in, but it was just shortly after having my baby. So again, those clothes didn't fit me anymore. This is a size extra large women's running skirt or tennis skirt, or I guess just about anything you want to skirt around in. That sold for $13, you guys, and it is really beautiful. Like if that still fit me, I would have kept it. I did end up making the buyer an offer on this, so there was a shipping discount that also had to be applied. I made $7.59. The last item that sold on this video is a vintage craftware Hollywood Regency style ice bucket. This bucket actually came out of my own home. I kind of have a thing for ice buckets and vintage ones. And when I was clearing out the kitchen recently, I thought I don't need all of these. So I decided to part with this gold tone vintage ice bucket. It sold for $20, and that was accepting an offer, or maybe I made them an offer on this bucket. There were a lot of scratches and things on this bucket, and it's so hard to take pictures of a mirror finish item. But anyway, I had to try to figure that out. So I hope that it is exactly what the buyer expects when it arrives. Yeah, so off of that $20 sale, oh, I guess it wasn't an offer. Or maybe I accepted his offer. Because Poshmark held out $4, so I made $16 on something that was just in my kitchen cabinet. If you haven't already, please definitely subscribe down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you learned anything. Turn on the bell notifications so you'll be notified as soon as I upload new content. And I have a really cool haul video coming out that I'm actually about to go film, but it'll be coming out in another 2 days. But I hope that the information I give you helps you determine more why buyers are buying certain items. I could give you a list of Bolo brands, and at the end of the day, all we would do in spreading around a list of Bolo brands is flood the market with those brands, which is what happens a lot in reselling clothing, especially women's clothing. The items that are valuable this week get flooded onto the market and they're worth $5 next week, and we all can just redonate our inventory at that point. No one wants to do that, so I feel like when we get one-off items or vintage items, anything that they're not making any more of, I am just not afraid of sourcing that, because I think that there is great value in that, and also in telling you guys about that, because you can go look for those items. There are only so many. We really can't flood the market, can we? Maybe we can. Just keep in mind when you are putting your items on there, especially if they're Bolos that other resellers are sharing with you, to always be courteous when it comes to pricing those items. Don't race anyone to the bottom. Hold on to your price. Hold on to your item for, hey, Banana Republic pants, 2 years apparently. The item will sell. You picked it up with a gut instinct. You liked it. Someone else is gonna like it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. God bless you. And remember, treat your business like your business.